This franchise keeps getting bigger and bigger, I tell you. First they go from street racers to taking out a big ass plane, and now they're fighting Jason Statham. Cause seriously, Jason Statham is way more menacing than a big ass plane flying at you at 200 miles an hour. Cause I mean, seriously, look at that. Can I just have the plane, please? Can I just have the plane instead? I don't want to face that. Okay, so Furious 7. So Furious 7, if you can't tell by the title, is the 7th installment to the Fast and Furious series. In the last one, Vin Diesel and his crew take out Luke Evans and they're like, sweet, we don't have to deal with any more shitty bad guys. Turns out Jason Statham is the older brother of Luke Evans and he kills one of Vin Diesel's crew members and he's all like, Dominic Toretto, you don't know me. You're about to. So Vin Diesel's pissed off, he gathers his crew to chase after Jason Statham and they do a mission that's on a more personal level. Now Furious 7 was picked up by the horror director James Wan. It's the same guy who did Insidious and The Conjuring. I like how James Wan is handling the horror genre and he decides to pick up the action genre with Furious 7. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, you can tell that his strength still lies within the horror genre, but he was still able to bring us a kick-ass movie. He probably wasn't the best director for the job. I mean, he did what he could with bringing us some pretty neat action sequences. And I thought James Wan would be the guy to get rid of the shaky cams completely within this franchise, but nope. The shaky cams are still there. They weren't like super obnoxious where it's like, oh, shaky cams, god damn it, They were more like, oh, shaky cams, okay, I mean, I can roll with it. You can still be able to see what's going on, and it was weird because not every action scene was like that. Some of the scenes were shot brilliantly, like the fight between The Rock and Jason Statham. That was by far my favorite fight in the movie. The camera was like circling around them, and you could see their every move. It was so cool to watch where it's like, why can't the rest of the movie be like that? The shaky cams you kinda ignore because every single action sequence had some incredible sound editing. Seriously, whenever someone just slams someone or a car just crashes into another car, you kind of feel that punch in your chest. I haven't felt that way since Captain America the Winter Soldier, and you guys know how great the sound editing was on that. Now Dom and his crew have to go after Jason Statham, and I'm dead serious, he is the best villain this franchise has brought. Just the opening scene where they first show Jason Statham, you're like, oh shit, I don't know how they're gonna beat this guy. Jason Statham alongside Vin Diesel were both pissed off at each other for the same reason, and that was them attacking each other's families. It made their chemistry with one another more personal and believable, and Jason Statham's villain a lot more menacing. You can tell in some scenes that Jason Statham was just toying with Dom and his crew, like he wanted to torment them. He has that motivation within his character, which makes him a great villain, and that is one of the highlights of this movie. Now the thing with a few action parts is that at times there was no suspense. And if you guys watch trailers, you guys know how they spoil every living particle within the movie. All this cool shit is happening, and whenever a character is in grave danger, you're like, I've seen the trailer, I know what happens. When Paul Walker is like running up alongside the bus, you know what's gonna happen because you've seen it in the trailer. It would have been a lot more exciting if they just teased it just a little bit rather than just the grand finale of the action sequence. Kinda brings the movie down a bit for me, I'm sorry. But seeing it on the big screen, it's already bringing this high level energy that even when that part does deliver, you can't help but go like, hell yeah. Because all of these stunts were well shot and they executed them really good. Major props on the stunt work. They were really cool to watch. Now, one of the main reasons people want to see this movie is how they're gonna handle Paul Walker's character, because sadly, he's not with us anymore. And I heard that they CGI'd him and even had his brother come on set for some of the scenes he didn't finish shooting. You can definitely tell that it was his brother, but you don't really hold it accountable for that because, guys, really, come on. And I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but you know that they're gonna do a whole tribute to Paul Walker. And they do that, and it's just really, really sad to watch. He left this huge legacy within this franchise, and it just took the movie on a more personal level. Not gonna lie, I teared up towards the end, and so was everybody else in the theater. So Furious 7 had some cool action scenes, shaky cams were there, but they weren't too bad. Jason Statham was a badass villain. I loved how you wanted to see these guys crumble. The trailers just showed way too much, except for that last action scene. That was really exciting. And they handled Paul Walker's character really well. I'm just happy that his last movie wasn't Brick Mansions. And because of that, I say Furious 7 is worth the full admission because it is a silver screen gem. I was really close to giving it a matinee, but because of that sound editing, it was just out of this world. Either way, you guys should definitely check this out on the big screen. Have you guys seen Furious 7? What did you guys think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, leave a comment below. And as always, there's a link for my Twitter and my Facebook in the description. Keep in contact with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But in the meantime, I have to get going because I'm gonna find you, Dominic Toretto.